Right, as I alluded to earlier, there was this period when EG existed and then they made Alliance. And initially, like, they sort of, look, for legal reasons, they went, no, Alliance is run by this other guy or whatever. It's like, whatever. Like, look, that's a by-the-by side tangent we don't need to go into this interview. But essentially, fans could just treat it hypothetically as if, like I said, Alex Garfield was like, I've got too many sponsors. I've almost got, like, enough I could go with my right. Wait a minute, why don't I just make a rival team and just have two sets of it, right? So he had a European one. And obviously, even the timing was perfect. He got that amazing Daughter squad, which went on to win TI. He had NaNiwa over there. Now, I wanted to get your take on this, right? NaNiwa, listen, I'll be fully biased. Like, I was friends with NaNiwa. We're both assholes in a way that uniquely bonded us in a way, you know. And we were very antisocial people back then. Let's be real. I've come a long way since then. He's done a little bit. He's not as bad, but even so, still a ridiculous human being if people see my interview with him. He had some mad conspiracy theories back in the day. Like, way worse than like, I actually think there probably is something to those Koreans doing that if you just know how, even just they work sort of as a team when they're not on the same team. Like, they think it's more important the Korean wins. So along these lines, right, his whole theory was he was supposed to join EG, but then he tried, this is where his version, he thinks basically that you did him dirty, because whereas Idra let you join EG and didn't push back whether that was even an option or not, you know, it's dissolved within his mind at this point. He thinks that when he came to join EG and that Alex Garfield was super horny to sign him, that you were sort of like, I don't want to play in the same team, and he was like, but I'll put him in the European team instead. Is there anything to that? Is this completely fiction? What do you think?
I honestly, I don't think so. I don't remember completely. Like, I think it's totally possible that at some point Alex Garfield asked me and says like, hey, do you like NaNiwa? And I'm like, no, not really. I don't think I would block him, but I honestly don't remember. I will say that me and NaNiwa was like a weird thing, because there was this period of time where we were like pretty close friends. And then I think it's kind of true, especially for people that are a little bit less mature and just don't have the right perspective, that the best of friends make the worst of enemies. Because there was like, I think like our initial beef was he got invited to like a Code S or something, and I didn't get invited, and I thought I deserved it. And I said something semi, I don't want to, it wasn't banter. Like, oh, I wish I could get a Code S, or, you know, like a tweet or something, like not super combative, not at him, but like quote tweeting, or, you know, whatever the kids call it these days.
Subtweeting.
Yeah, subtweeting. And we like that blossomed and kept growing into like a real rivalry, and we just didn't like each other. And I think I was a lot more confrontational than him at this point, so I was definitely pushing that. But I don't know if I would ever, or if I did, block him from joining EG. I don't know. I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely, but I honestly don't remember.
Was any of it actually in-game stuff? Because obviously you played a whole bunch of times. You were both Protoss players. By the way, I'll say this is the hilarious thing I've always thought about Protoss, and I love Protoss in all the games, is Protoss players hate each other, because obviously PvP is always the most bullshit matchup, isn't it? Like, it's like the idea is everyone has the chaos in that matchup. So I will say, the reason I want to ask about this particular relationship is because when I saw what an amazing job you did sort of being the fucking Idra whisperer, mate, where he kind of came on side eventually, why could this never happen with NaNiwa?
Yeah, I mean, it was totally personal. It was not in game at all. So it's like the reverse of Idra's, like a, you know, easy to get along with out of game, an asshole in game. For me and him, it was like completely personal. In game, not as much beef. I think like we played a few times when we didn't get along, and neither of us like pushed the envelope. Like, I win and I'm like, yeah, pussy, take that or whatever, and he wins and he talks trash to me. It was never, you know, I think we still had some level of like mutual respect. There was just a lot of personal beef because we were friends, and then all of a sudden, you know, not getting along and having different perspectives of, I don't know. I think, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of ego. I think, I mean, like today, I have no issue with him or anything like that. You know, wish him the best and all that. But, you know, when you're young, you're a pro, you're not very mature, there's a lot of ego, you're both Protoss players, there is kind of like a little bit of that like rivalry of like who's the best Western Protoss at the time, right? And I think that all kind of mixed together with, you know, already being friends and then enemies, and, you know, turns into that beef.
Want to see more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, you know, be a pleb and don't.